Right. So let us today learn how to draw the graph of linear equation in two variables, right? So can you tell me, Zainab, so far what we have done in this chapter? Please unmute yourself. Just 1 minute, Jaslyn. I think she's trying to join again. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, Zainab, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay. Anyway, so far in this chapter, we have first of all seen what is a linear equation in two variable, right? And what is the meaning of solution, right? Okay. So let us see like how to draw the graph of a linear equation. Yes, Zeba, can you hear me now?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us directly start from NCRT question, and with the help of question itself, I'll explain you. So here is the first question. Draw the graph of each of the following linear equation in two variable, right? So we have done one question of this kind. Let us take the first equation, which is x plus y is equal to 4, right? So I'm going to give some values to x and then I'll find corresponding value for y, or I can give values to y and I can find corresponding values to x. So it does not matter. So let me just change it like this, like one of the variable, can I do it like x is equal to 4 minus of y, right? Or you do y, just 1 minute, just always try to do y is equal to 4 minus x. Is this right? So
Yes.
this is the same equation. I've just written it in a different manner. That's it. It is still your linear equation in two variable. Now here you can see I can change the value of x. I can put x is equal to 0. So I can find something y. Then I can put x is equal to 1. Then something y I'll get. And like that, I can keep on changing the values of x and I will be getting the corresponding values of y. Is this clear? So you can always like bring your equation in this form. Now you make a table. So here is your x and here is your y. And then you start giving some values to x. So as I told you, like 2 points are enough to draw a line, right? If you have any 2 points, you can simply join them to get a line, right? So minimum 2 values you have to take. You can take 3 also. It's up to you. So let me take x is equal to 0. So if I take x is equal to 0 here, so 4 minus 0, I get y is equal to 4, right? Then you can take, so don't take 1 because when you plot it, so 0 is here, right? 1 is here. So the points are very close to each other. So at least take like something 3 or take 4 or 5 like that. Is this clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so take a bit far away point. So if I'm taking 0, so if I take next point 4, so 4 minus 4, then I get y is equal to 0, right? And one more, let us take one more, no issue. So let me take x 8 So 4 minus 8, so this time it is minus of 4. Is this understood? 4 minus 8, so minus of 4. So now let us plot it on a graph. Now see, you have minus y. So that means your x-axis is all positive. So you can do it like this. You can draw your line here, right? And the next line I can start from here and I can draw it like this. Why? See, I don't have negative x values, as you can see. All my x values are in the positive direction. Clear? So I don't need like this space on the left hand side because I'm not going to plot any point here. But you can see I'm having y is equal to minus 4. So I think I have to extend this line. Oh, wait. Sorry, I think I have to do it again. So I think it's fine now. And then here I can take my x-axis. Any problem? Right. So let us put, this is your positive x-axis, right? This is your negative y-axis. And then here you have your positive y-axis. So is the screen visible to everyone? Yeah. Now this is x is equal to, obviously this is 0.0. Then you have 1 and 2, 3, 4. This exercise you have to do on a graph copy, right? Here on my screen, I'm having a grid, so I think it's easier for me. But without graph, you will not be able to plot it. For the time being, if you don't have, just do it roughly, but please do it again on a graph paper. Now y is again, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. So let us start plotting. Now x is 0, y is 4. X is 0 means this point, right? Then you have to move y 4. So at this point, just 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your point, right? So this is x 0 and y 4. Clear? Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next, x is positive 4. So you move 4 here and then y 0. So that means this is the point. You are not going in the y direction. So the point is 4, 0, right? Next, x is 8. So here, and then y is minus 4. So you go here. That means this is the point. So this point is x is 8, y is, sorry, y is minus 4. Right. So I've got my 3 points. Now I can simply join them. So with the help of a scale, you can simply join them. And you can extend the line as you wish. So that means all 3 points are going to fall on this line. So this is how we plot a graph of linear equation in 2 variables. And there's one more thing. You have to write your equation on this line. So x plus y is equal to 4. That means this line is a plot of this equation. Understood? This naming is very important. All the coordinates should be mentioned, right? The points should be mentioned. The name of the axis should be mentioned. Please note. And also the equation of the line has to be mentioned on the line. So please try to understand one more thing here. For example, this is your copy, right? This is the page of your copy. Clear? So what we do, like students have a habit. First of all, they make an axis like this, just in the middle of the page. Now what will happen? Now you can see all the x values are positive, right? So that means they are going to fall only on this part, isn't it? Right? Please unmute your mic, all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means all the positive values of x are going to fall here. That means this all the space is wasted, isn't it? You are not going to have any point on the left side. Now y values are fine, like you are having a positive values also, you are having negative values also. So this axis you can draw in the middle, that is okay, right? Some values are positive y, some values are negative y, but the x-axis is totally positive, so you can draw it like this. If this is your page, right? So obviously this axis has to be drawn in the middle. Now this axis you can just bring it here, and then start naming like 1 2 3, right? So that your this space is not like wasted, and all of your points are going to fall in this space. So uh, as you can see, it's going up to 8 also. So sometimes it gets difficult to plot up to 8 might go up like outside the graph paper. So here also you can, in this case, you can like plot points up to 10 and 11 or something like that. Is this clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in cases where all the y values are also positive, right? You don't have any negative value, not x and not y. So what you can do in that case? See, if you have values, for example, like this, x is 4 and let's say something 6 and 8 like this, and y is also all positive, 2, 5, 7, let's say like this. So again, you can do one thing. Let's say this is your page of the copy. Clear? Now all the y values are positive. That means you can bring your x-axis here. And all the x values are also positive. So that means you can bring your y-axis here. So now you can see all the y values are positive, right? All the x values are also positive. That means all the points are going to fall in the first quadrant only. Understood? I hope this is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So in this case, like this particular point, 8 and -4, where was it falling? It was falling in the fourth quadrant, where x is positive and y is negative, right? So that means you need a fourth quadrant also on your graph paper. And as you can see, it is falling in the fourth quadrant. So this is the like this is the correct way of making it. So this is your first quadrant and this is your fourth quadrant. That's it. You don't require second and third quadrant here. And here you only require your first quadrant. All the points will fall in the first. So there's no need to draw the other quadrants. Just make first quadrant only. Zainab, is this understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us do the second part. X minus y is equal to 2. So let's see how the graph looks like. Yes, Zeba. So again, as I told you, you keep your y this side, right? So minus y is equal to 2 minus x, right? So it becomes like minus y is equal to, if you take minus common, so it becomes minus and 2 and plus of x. So minus minus cancel, it becomes y is equal to minus 2 plus x, and you can write it like y is equal to x plus 2, sorry, x minus 2, right? Or you can simply do it this way, just y is negative, take it on the other side. So x is equal to 2 and plus y. Is this understood? Now bring this 2 on the left side. So x minus 2 is equal to y. That's it. And you can simply write y is equal to x minus 2. right? So this equation, I have just written it in this form. So this is also my linear equation in 2 variable. Now you give some values to x and you can find y. So let us start here. Let me draw this table right here, x and y. First, let's take x is equal to 0. So you get 0 minus 2. That means y is minus 2, right? Let's take x is equal to a bit far. Let me take 5 or 4. So 4 minus 2, 2, right? Then you can take again 6, you can take, no problem. X is equal to 6. So 6 minus 2 is 4. So these are my values, right? Okay. Now here again, you can see there is one negative y value. So some space you need for that also. So you draw it like this and all x values are positive. So I'm plotting my y-axis here. Okay. And I need negative y also. So let me shift it like this. Is this clear? So here I can plot up to -2, -1 and -2. That's it I need. You can show -3 maximum. After that, you don't have values. So this is your negative y-axis. This is your positive y. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Now up to 6 you have your x values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enough. So this is your positive x and this is your negative x axis, right? So you don't have negative x values. So left space you don't need. Now come to points x0, y minus 2. So this is your x0, right? And y minus 2. That means this is the point. Now please name it. X is 0, y is minus 2. Next, x is 4, y is 2. So x positive 4 is here and y positive 2. That means here. This is the point. So x is 4, y is 2. Now next, x is 6, y is 4. So this is x is equal to 6 and y 4 means here. X is 6, y is 4. So I've got my 3 points. So just join them with the help of a scale. So this is how the graph looks like. Now write your equation on it. So this is x minus y is equal to 2. Done? Zeba,
Yes,
done?
ma'am.
Zainab,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
okay. So let's go to next part. Third part is y is equal to 3x, right? Okay. So in this equation, as you can see, there is no constant term, right? Like only x term is there and y term is there. There's no c here, right? So let us see how does the graph looks like for this kind of equation where the constant is actually 0. So after plotting it, let us see how does the graph looks like and what is the difference between the previous question and this question. So it's already in the form y is equal to 3x. So you start giving some values to x here and then get your y. So first, if I give x is equal to 0, y is 3 into 0 is 0, right? Now I can take x is equal to 3 into 2 I can take. So it will be 6, right? 2 points are actually enough. You can take more if you wish. X3 you can take. So I'm not taking like very large. Otherwise, if I take x is equal to 4, it will be 3 into 4, 12. So it will be, I think, You will not have enough space on the graph paper, so let us keep it up to 3. Or you can take some negative values if you wish. Let me take some negative value of x. If I take x is equal to, let's say, -2, right? So I get minus of 6 here. No problem. Well, so now you can see you have negative y value, which is actually -6. So plot it accordingly, and x values also both positive and negative. So if I take this as my y-axis, so up to -6 you have to go. So I can take my x-axis somewhere here. I can take, no issues. Oh, sorry. Let me take it here. Right. So this is my positive x. This is my negative x, and positive y, and then negative y. So x1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1, -2, -3. Y is again 1, 2, 3. Okay, so positive y is actually also going up to +6. So I should increase the line here. 4, 5, 6, right? And I think I should take some smaller values, isn't it? It will not be possible to. Okay, anyway, let's keep it like this. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. I need here. So let us plot x0, y0. So that means this is the point. Clear? This is your x0 and y0. This is the point. Next, x is +2 and y is +6. So where does it lie? So +2 and +6 means this is the point, right? If there is any confusion, you can ask me. Now x is -2, y is -6. So x is -2 and y is -6. So this is -2 and -6. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us try to join it. Yeah, I can see the points here. Yeah, these are points. Oh, sorry, I'm not able to draw it properly. Yeah, now better, right? Can you see some difference between this graph and the graph of the previous part? So this was the graph, right? Right? In the first part also, this was the
The
graph.
line is going downwards.
No, downwards. We cannot say downwards because it's going here also and can extend here also. You can extend it up to wherever You won't. So downward, upward.
Ma'am, it was going in a straight line.
But every line is straight here, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
See, if I have drawn this line like this, it means you can extend it up to, you can extend it as you wish, like whatever space you have available, you can make as long as you like. There's no problem. So I cannot say downward and upward. There is a very, clear difference. You can see this line is not passing through the origin, right? 0, 0 is not a solution of this equation, right? So what we discussed in the previous class, let us recall. Solution means the points which actually satisfy the equation, for which your left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Understood? That is the meaning of solution. Now, if we plot the solution on the graph, that also we discussed. So there are two ways of solving a linear equation in two variable, right? One is algebraically, one is graphically. So algebraically we can solve, right? There's no problem. And graphically, the same points which I get algebraically, the same points when we see on the graph, they fall on the line. That means every point on this line is actually a solution of this equation. Is this understood by everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just let me just okay. First of all, then if you see the second graph, this is also not passing through the origin. Why? Because 0, 0 is not the solution of this equation. But the third graph, you can see when your constant term is 0, it is passing through the origin. Is this clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So like if you
Yes,
put
ma'am.
x is equal to 0, you get y is equal to 0. That means 0, 0 is one of the solution of this equation. That is why it is passing through the origin. If 0, 0 is not the solution of the equation, it will not pass through the origin. Is this understood? Let me just show you one thing. Let us come back to this equation. Zeba, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. Please pay attention one more time. This was the equation, right? As you can see here. Now, I want to solve it algebraically. So graph I have already plot, right? Now I want to solve it algebraically. How do we solve it? We have done it in the previous class also. So I can take up some values of x and I can find corresponding value for y, right? So basically, this is actually the algebraic solution of this equation. Now you see this equation, right? If I take, for example, x is equal to 0 here, what will I get? So you put 0 for x is equal to 0. So that means 0 minus y is equal to 2. Clear? Right? So that means minus y is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 2. So 0 and minus 2 is one of the solution of this equation algebraically. Understood? Which is actually same as this point, right? Right? Please respond, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now see again. I take some value. Let me take this is the equation x minus y is equal to 2. Sorry, I got a marker here. Now let me take for x is equal to 6, right? So 6 minus y is equal to 2. Now you bring your 2 this side and take y there. So 4 is equal to y, or you can write y is equal to 4. So this is the algebraic way of solving the equation, right? So that means x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 4 is one set of solution of this equation, right? Now, if you look at the same point, this is my point 64, right? This is my point 02. And again, if you take x is equal to 4, you will get y is equal to 2. So this is the point. So where are they falling actually on the line? You can see all the solutions which you are getting algebraically, they all lie on this line, isn't it? Right? And these are only three cases I have taken. I can take like infinite values of x, isn't it? I can take any value of x. It's my choice. So that means this equation is going to have infinite number of solution. And where will they fall? They all will fall on this line. Is this understood? In fact, I can take up values like this. For
Yes, ma'am.
example, x is equal to 4. After that, I can take x is equal to 4.1 also. I can take 4.0002345 6. This is another value of x. So like that, there can be infinite value of x. And for every value, like whatever I put here, ultimately I'm going to get something in terms of y, right? Like something y I'll get obviously after solving it. So infinite value of x will give me infinite values of y as well. That means on this line, like all the solutions actually fall on this line. So this line actually represent all the solutions of this linear equation. Is this understood by everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now if I don't want to solve it algebraically, only looking at the graph, I want to find one of the solution. No problem. You can just spot a point. Let me spot this point on the line. So you can see for this point, my x is 7, my y is 5. That means 7, 5 is one of the solution of the linear equation. Understood? So you can do it reverse way also. If I need another solution, you spot this point. Let's say this point I want. So for this point, you can see x is 5, y is 3. So 5, 3 is another pair of solution of this, another solution of this equation. Clear? Jaslyn, understood? Zeba,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So let us proceed further. What is the next question? Let me see. Okay, let us do the fourth part also when we are doing everything. Fourth part, it is 3 is equal to 2x plus y. So in whatever form it is given, no problem. Just find out the value of y from here, right? So you can do it 3 minus 2x is equal to y, right? And just write it this way that y is equal to 3 minus 2x. No problem. Okay. So now make a table and give some values of x and then find the corresponding values for y. So if I start from x is equal to 0, let's see what do I get. So just solve it, okay? Don't make mistakes. So your y will be 3 minus 2 into 0, right? So it will be 3 minus 0, that means is equal to 3. So y is actually 3. Now you take x is equal to, can we take 2, right? So if I take x is equal to 2, so y is equal to 3 minus 2 into 2. So it will be 3 minus 4. So it will be minus of 1. So I get minus 1. And if you wish, you can take some negative value of x as well. You can take x is equal to minus of 3. Let's see. So y is equal to 3 minus 2 into minus of 3. So this is 3 and then minus minus becomes plus. Oh, I don't want that large value. So I should take something smaller because it will be 9, right? So it will be difficult to draw on the graph. That's it. Otherwise, you can take any value. So let me take x is equal to minus of 1 or minus of 2. Let me take. So y is equal to 3 minus 2 into minus of 2. So this is 3 minus or minus minus plus 4. So again, I'm getting 7. Okay, anyway, let me take it, right? So 3 points I've taken. You can take 2 only, no problem. So can I just rub this calculation? Let us plot it. So you simply put like values of x here and find y. Now you can see I have negative x values and only one negative y value also. So draw it accordingly. And x values are also not going very far. It's only up to 2 and minus 2. That's it. So I can take it here, right? Okay. Now my positive y is actually going up to 7. So I can bring this scale at a little bit down. So it will be easier to show positive 7. Okay, sorry. Right? So this is my positive x. This is my negative x-axis, positive y and negative y. So x values, obviously this is 0 0.1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now y up to positive 7 you need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Now minus 1 is also there. So minus 1 and minus 2, this much is enough. Now come to the points. Now first point is 0 and 3. So x is 0, y is positive 3. That's your point, right? Name it. So it is 0 and 3. Now second, x is positive 2 here and y is minus 1. So that means this is the point, right? So x is 2, y is minus 1. Now next, x is minus 2, y is positive 7. So here is the point. So this is minus 2 and 7. So now you can join them. So you can extend the line both ways, right? You can extend it a little bit if you wish, no problem. So as you can see, basically these are solutions, right? So ultimately they actually fall on the line. Okay, next question now. So I hope you have done it, all of you.
Yes, done.
Okay. Now come to next question. Give the equation of two lines passing through this point. How many more lines are there? Okay, and why? First of all, I think I should locate this point on the axis. Now you can see it is going up to positive 14y, right? So no problem. Now you can make it like this. X values are also positive. So I don't have negative values of y, so I can draw it like this. Right. Now it is difficult to plot up to 14 on the y-axis. So I can take it this way. So let's say this one block is actually 2, right? And then this is 4. This will be 6. This will be 8. This will be 10. And then this is 12. And then this is 14. And then this will be 16. And like this you can plot. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then 2. So x-axis you can take simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the scale now? Like on the x-axis, if I see, so basically your one block is actually equal to 1 unit, right? And on the y-axis, here one block is actually equal to 2 units. So this is how you write the scale of the graph. So I have just reduced the scale of the y-axis. That's it. You can reduce both also and one also. Right. Let us plot the point 214. Where does it fall? So positive 2 and then positive 14. So this is the point, right? Right? Okay. Now what do you think? How many lines can pass through this point? What is your guess? Zeba, what do you think? Zainab, what do you think? Okay, Jaslyn, what is your opinion?
7.
7. How can you say 7? Like, what is the logic behind 7, Jaslyn? Can you please explain? Zainab, what is your opinion on it? Okay, only one line or more than one line?
More than.
More than one. Okay, how many? Now try to understand. You have a single point, right? Just come here this way. I have a point, right? If you have a single point, you can draw as many lines as you wish. Like this is one line. This is another line passing through it. This is another line passing through it. This is another. This is another. This is another. You can have infinite number of lines which can pass through one point, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. In
Yes, ma'am.
any, like from anywhere a line can pass through it. Now if I have 2 points, like how many lines can pass through them now? Only one, right? Because this is the only line which is joining these 2 points. That's it. If I slightly change it to this, like this, so as you can see, this is not passing from both the points, right? So if you want a line which should pass from 2 points, it will be only one line. Is this understood? Right? But if the point is just a single
Yes, ma'am.
point, you can draw as many lines as you wish. Like this is another line, right? This is another line, this is another line, and obviously uh, infinite number of lines can be there. So first of all, infinite number of lines can pass through this point. Understood? Okay. Now you have to give equation of 2 lines. Okay. So that means x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 14. So you have to design an equation in which if you put x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 14, you get your RHS is equal to 0, right? Or RHS like can be anything, but for example, as an example, if I take this equation, let's say mm, y14 you have to take, right? So if I take like, see, you write like this, 14 and then minus of x is 2, right? So what will you get? 12. So now your 14 is actually your y and 2 is actually your x. So this is one of the equation which is like which will be satisfied from these values, isn't it? Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Now again from these values, can I write like this? If I add 14 plus 2, so what will I get? I get 16. So I can write like this. This is your y and this is your x. So this is another equation. In this, if you put your y is equal to 14 and x is equal to 2, so you get your RHS equal to 16. So these are the two possible equations. Right? In fact, you can see 2 into 7 is y. So if I take 2, I mean, if I multiply this x by 7, right? So I'll get 14. So that means if I write 7x, I'll get my y. So this is another equation which is going to satisfy. So you can check. You put x is equal to 2, you will get 14, which is y. Clear? So this is another equation. So like that, how many equations can you frame? Infinite equations. Clear? Because there are infinite lines which are passing and every line has its own equation. Understood? Please unmute your mic. See, it's very difficult
Yes,
for
ma'am.
me
Yes,
like this.
ma'am.
So as we have seen, the line, like every equation is actually represented by a line, right? That means every line is represented by an equation, if I say in the reverse order. So if I have infinite number of lines which are passing through it, that means infinite equations can be there, isn't it? Because every line will have its own equation. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you will write like there can be infinite number of lines uh, that can pass through that point. And obviously some lines you have to show as well here. So like you can show one line like this is one line which is passing through it, right? And you can show one more, I mean this is another line which is passing through this point. Then at least some you can show, this is another line which is passing, right? And this is another line which is passing. So 4 or 5 lines at least you can show. So you can write like as we can see. So as we can see, there can be infinite number of lines that can pass through that point. So line means you have to draw the arrow actually on both sides. We don't draw it, but it means it can be extended both ways. Understand? So there's a difference between ray and line, as we also discussed. So if it is originating from a single point and going in one direction only, it's called a ray, right? And a line means it is going in both, it is extending in both direction. That's called a line. They are actually lines. You can extend it up to anywhere. I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let us take third question also. Oh, sorry, my screen is, something happened to my screen. Right, question number 3. See, if the point 3, 4, right? Lies on the graph of the equation. So this is the equation 3y is equal to ax plus 7. Find the value of a, right? This is the question. Now, we already know that this point, when it is falling on this line, that means this point is a solution of it. Is this clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the meaning. So the point which actually falls on the line is nothing but the solution of that equation. So that means x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4 are solution of this equation. No, not like this. Separately, like they are not solution. You write like this, that 3 and 4 is a solution of this equation. That means this pair is a solution, right? So if this is a solution, that means your left hand side should satisfy right hand side. That means if you put these values of x and y, your LHS should be equal to RHS. Understand? That means LHS is equal to RHS for x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. I mean, just to explain you, right? So you put them. That means 3 into 4 will be equal to a into 3 and plus 7. So if you put these values, your LHS is equal to RHS because this is solution. So 12 is equal to 3a plus 7. So 12 minus 7 is equal to 3a, right? I'm bringing the 7 here. So 12 minus 7 is 5 is equal to 3a. Now you bring this 3 in the denominator. So 5 by 3 is equal to a, or you can say a is equal to 5 by 3. So that's the answer. So I'm stopping here today. I hope this concept is clear in your mind. See, this is very important chapter. Why I'm saying this? Because when you will go to class 10th next year, here you are in class 9th, you are dealing with only one equation, right? Only one equation. And in class 10th, you are going to study about a pair of linear equation, like what happens when two lines are actually, crossing each other or they are parallel to each other and like that. So we will be dealing with pair. So for that, you have to have a good understanding about at least single line, first of all. So please don't forget all this after your examination. Keep all these things in your mind. It will help you in your upcoming classes as well. Understood? Similarly, the chapter number 1, real numbers, right? It's again repeated in your class 10th. So just be in touch with the chapter till end of the 9th class. And similarly, this chapter, linear equation, it will be carried forward in 10th class also, like that. Right? So I'm stopping. We will meet in the next class now.